All right, how to get rid of tire kickers and broke leads once and for all. Listen, if you made it to this video, it's probably because you want to get rid of all these bad leads that end up sending you straight to voicemail and don't even answer the phone. But you probably want to do it without having to spend more money on ads, having to rely on door knocking or referrals, or having to rely on all these lead sources like Angie's and Thumbtack that honestly end up bringing you more headaches than actual solutions to help scale your business. We've actually helped over 250 contractors build effective lead acquisition systems, but we don't just talk about it. We actually have the results to back it up. Here you have one of our clients that closed over 595K from our leads. Here you have another client that closed nearly 90K. Here you have another client that closed almost $1 million just from our leads. And then here you have another client that closed over 70K from our leads. Like I said, we don't just talk about it. We actually have real results and real case studies from businesses that we've helped establish lead acquisition systems and help them scale. But you don't have to believe me. You can see the proof right here. Here you have a client that got over 32 leads in only 6 days. And you can see that this is actually from this year, January 11th, January 17th, 2026. Now, let me ask you this. Imagine how much your business could grow if you started getting 16 appointments, not just leads, but appointments every 6 days and for less than what you're currently paying per lead. Now, let me just throw a disclaimer out there. I don't have a course to sell you. This isn't a 5-part video series or an 8-week course on how to get more leads for your roofing business. It's essentially just a free training that you can actually take for yourself, and you can actually implement everything that you see in this video. So by the end of this video, if you want to take everything that I showed you and just run with it and never call us, you can actually do that. So definitely stick around because it'll be worth your while. Now, who's this for? I'm looking for anybody that owns a home service business that's doing at least $1 million in revenue a year and wants to stop relying on referrals, lead sources, and all of that, but without spending more on ads. If this sounds like you, then this is what you've been looking for. So who am I? My name is Alex, and I run Oscorp Digital, premier marketing and growth partner focusing on helping contractors scale past their revenue goals. I'm going to show you what I do for my clients to establish effective lead acquisition systems. What am I going to show you? I'm going to show you why 90% of businesses don't have a system that actually generates results, why 80% of your leads are junk or just broke people trying to get your service for free. I'm going to show you how to create a bulletproof digital system. We call it an APD. And I'm going to show you how we can make sure people recognize you before they ever click your ad. All of this I'm going to show you, and I'm also going to show you how you can have it running in less than 24 hours. Like I said, we've helped over 250 contractors scale. We've tested copies that have worked. We've tested copies that have failed. We've tested over 1,500 ads, 2,700 hooks, and you can't even count the number of videos that we've run across all of our campaigns. We can finally say that we've discovered the secret to launching the ads and campaigns that work 99.99% of the time. And we've worked not just with contractors, but we've worked with brands like Meta, Prime Video, Rexona, Penguin Random House, Dove, Unilever. All of this to help contribute to the data that we've researched and the lead acquisition system that we've created that actually generates results. So I'm sure some, if not all of this is happening to you right now. You rely on referrals. You have an inconsistent lead flow. You spend a fortune just getting garbage leads and unreachable people that your marketing company calls leads. You stop believing that you can actually get good results on Meta, and you got burned by other marketing agencies, maybe even more ones. But listen, we actually found a way to get Meta to work for us as the best salesman ever for your company by using the Meta API and high qualifying filters. So it's simple. We run an ad, we use an API and different filters. We filter out the tire kickers, the junk, the leads that are not interested, and we send you only pretty much who your ideal client is. Now, how did we know that the system was even needed? Well, after April of 2021, iOS 14.5 was officially released by Apple. What that means in the most simplest terms is it's harder for Meta to track what people do on your website, which makes retargeting less accurate. Ads stop performing as well because Meta can't track users as effectively inside other websites. Most media buyers, most agencies, and most marketers got screwed. Basically, it's harder for Apple to send information to Facebook. So what did that mean? The Meta Pixel, which is pretty much the tracker that Meta uses, it became much less accurate pretty much overnight. And advertisers who didn't adapt, they saw their performance drop quickly. What does this mean? Well, most companies couldn't adapt or figure out how to advertise to get results. Most agencies are still launching and optimizing ads as if it was still April of 2021. But here's the issue. Meta optimizes for the cheapest conversion, and since you're not sending the right data, it will always bring curious, broke people. Your ideal client never gets a chance to see your ads, so you're basically invisible. Pretty much all this means is that people that are so relying on the Meta Pixel and not using accurate API filters are sending inaccurate leads through their funnel. And we've brought a solution that eliminates them. It's simple. The more money you spend, the worse your performance is. So right now, we need to let Meta know how to qualify every lead. You need to send the right signal back to the algorithm. So this is what we do instead. We send signals that let Meta know what a qualified lead is. We tell them how soon they want to get the service. We tell them how big the project is, how prepared they are to get the service. Those are all things that we filter through our leads so that you are only getting people that are ready to buy, that are ready to get the project that you're offering, or ready to get the service that you're offering, and that actually want a realistic project, not just the tire kickers. Basically, if a lead feels like your format answers, I'm just trying to get an estimate, or I'm not planning to do the job within the next 2 to 4 weeks, they can't afford it, or they have a low credit score, then what we do is we don't send that signal back to Meta. Meta can still optimize for cheapest conversions, but with the right signal. Simple. When somebody submits a form, we have a certain condition. If they're qualified, then they start going through the funnel. And if they're not qualified, they pretty much don't move on to the next step. So now you're telling Facebook, you're telling Meta, hey Meta, bring me as many leads as you can. And this is what an actual qualified lead means. They need my service now. They currently have an issue with their roof, their windows, their faucet, whatever it is that you're helping repair, and they want to pay a certain way. They want to pay and they're ready to pay. You're basically telling Meta they want to finance, they want to pay out of pocket, they want to look at their insurance. Essentially, they're waiting on me to get the job done, not my competitor. That's what you're telling Meta. And that's how you'll be able to get your pipeline to look like this. Now, just like I asked you in the beginning of this video, I mean, imagine how much your business could grow if you were getting 16 appointments, and again, not just leads, but appointments for less than what you're currently paying per lead. You can go from something like this that has 16, this person has 16 appointments at 130 cost per lead, to this. You can go from leads that go straight to voicemail, leads that are reachable, leads that are Spanish or looking for work, expensive, to high intent leads, leads that are in need of your service ASAP, leads that are cheaper and cheaper and are able to optimize per appointment. And this is how we can also take it to the next level, how we make you become a local celebrity. Now, this is our 360 marketing approach. We call it our growth marketing chamber. Essentially, it's the opposite of the traditional agency model. The traditional agency model is failed. It's get one agency for your Facebook ad, get another agency for your website, get another agency for your Google. What we do is we unify the entire scope of work. We handle your email marketing, we handle your video ads, your Google My Business, your LSA, your website, your chatbots, your SEO, your AI, and it all revolves around one thing, you. Essentially, it's like a solar system. All of these things revolve around you. And suddenly you don't have everybody doing different things. And suddenly you don't have all these different agencies handling different things. You have one that handles the entire scope of work. So how do we put this system on steroids? Well, by turning you into a local celebrity. Here's what that means. We optimize your SEO so that you show up at the top when people search in your area. We position you across AI platforms like ChatGPT and Gemini so that when homeowners ask who to hire, you get recommended. We build your organic social presence so people recognize your brand before they ever click an ad. And what's the result? Well, when someone sees your ad, they don't see a stranger. They see your company name everywhere. And that's when leads convert at a much higher rate. And that's how you build a brand. So at this point, we've already covered a lot. We've covered why 90% of businesses don't have a system that actually works, why 80% of your leads are junk or just curious, how you can build your own system. But what we still have to cover is how you can get it up and running in your business in less than 24 hours. And so our system is essentially called GMC, a growth marketing chamber. It's a proven system that generates qualified leads, it eradicates tire kickers, broke people, and organizes your sales process so that you can close deals predictably. How do you get it for your business? Well, there's a couple of options. First option is you can set it up on your own by following the steps in this video. And the process is explained here step by step. I mean, you can just get a developer who understands integrations and meta APIs, set up a custom event tracking, set up lead qualification logic, CRM integration, a content plan for ads and organic traffic, testing and debugging, webhooks, automations, integrations, the ongoing monitoring of updates and ad rotation. I mean, all of this in itself takes you about 4 to 6 weeks. Or option two, we do everything for you. A fully built system installed in 24 hours or you don't pay, a seamless meta ads integration, a real-time dashboard that is ready to track qualified leads and performance, ongoing technical support, and continuous updates and improvement. I mean, the estimated time for all of that is essentially 1 day. We can do it for you. What you get. Now, what you get is consistent qualified calls, no more tire kickers or junk leads, less dependence on referrals and lead portals, and more control over your sales flow. We'll do an offer analysis to increase your close rate and get more people to say yes. we'll insert clear tracking of what actually drives sales, not just leads, but sales, so that decisions are data driven. You'll have a business that doesn't rely on the owner for sales to happen. You'll have sales scripts and ad scripts optimized monthly for better performance, and essentially you'll be able to have been a local celebrity. And that's how you get your pipeline to look like this. But there's a third thing, SEO and GEO. We make sure Google and AI tools like ChatGPT recommend your business without paying billboard prices. This means more visibility, more trust, and more calls coming in organically over time. Now, how will we help you? Well, we have a double guarantee. We reduce your CPL by 40%, sometimes more. We help you stop wasting time dealing with spam and unqualified prospects. We save money by eliminating unnecessary software and subscriptions. And if we don't launch in under 3 days, you get your money back. And if you don't see results within 60 days, we'll also give you your money back. But listen, we don't just help you get qualified leads. We go a step further. We work on increasing your close rate from week 1 so that more of your leads actually turn into jobs. You'll no longer have to worry about lead portals, low quality inquiries, inconsistent sales, or agencies hiding poor performance behind pretty dashboards. No more. We built this specifically for home service businesses that have already been burned by shitty agencies, spent more money on Facebook ads without seeing results, get inquiries but struggle to scale, and want to record growth in 2026. We want to build a brand that truly stands out in your market. Now, if we're going to make this promise to take on this entire scope of work, well, we can't make this promise to everybody. Because of that, we can't guarantee that spots will be available. We are only able to let on a certain number of clients every single month because we have to have a dedicated team and we have to have dedicated support for them. Now, the best move is to act now. You can book your free audit today before spots fill up. Now, it'll be an audit with me and my team, not some random media buyer, but it'll actually be me and my team. We'll go and we'll see what's converting and what's not converting and why your ads aren't converting and why you're not getting the best return on your ads.